Animal Farm is a novel by George Orwell. It tells the story of animals on a farm. They rebel against their human owner. They want to create a fair society. The story shows how power can corrupt. The story begins on Manor Farm. The farm is owned by Mr. Jones. He is a lazy and cruel farmer. He drinks too much. He often forgets to feed the animals. The animals are unhappy. They work hard but get little in return. One night, an old pig named Old Major gathers them. He is wise and respected. He tells the animals about his dream. In his dream, animals live free. They are not controlled by humans. Old Major says humans are the enemy. They take the animals' milk, eggs, and lives. He teaches the animals a song called Beasts of England. The song inspires them. It talks about a world where animals rule. Old Major says all animals are equal. He urges them to rebel. Soon after, Old Major dies. His words stay with the animals. They start to plan a revolution. This idea of rebellion excites them. They dream of a better life. The animals are led by two pigs. Their names are Napoleon and Snowball. Napoleon is strong and quiet. Snowball is smart and talkative. They learn Old Major's ideas. They call these ideas animalism. Animalism says animals should be equal. It says they should work together. The pigs teach animalism to the other animals. Some animals understand it quickly. Others, like the horses and sheep, take longer. The animals wait for a chance to rebel. One day, Mr. Jones gets very drunk. He forgets to feed them for days. The animals are hungry and angry. They break into the food shed. They eat the grain. Mr. Jones and his men try to stop them. The animals fight back. They chase Mr. Jones and his men away. The animals win. Manor Farm is now theirs. They are excited. They feel free for the first time. The animals rename the farm. They call it Animal Farm. They make rules for their new society. The rules are called the 7 Commandments. Snowball and Napoleon write them. The commandments are painted on the barn wall. They say things like, all animals are equal. They also say, no animal shall kill another animal. The animals promise to follow these rules. They feel proud. They start to organize the farm. The pigs take charge. They say they are the smartest. The other animals agree. The horses, like Boxer and Clover, work hard. Boxer is very strong. His motto is, I will work harder. The animals harvest the crops. They work together. Everything seems fair at first. They have enough food. They are happy. The pigs start to act differently. They say they need more food. They claim it helps them think better. The other animals trust them. Napoleon and Snowball often argue. Snowball has big ideas. He wants to build a windmill. The windmill will make electricity. It will make life easier. Napoleon disagrees. He thinks food is more important. The animals are confused. They don't know who to follow. Napoleon trains some puppies in secret. The puppies grow into fierce dogs. One day, Napoleon uses the dogs. He chases Snowball off the farm. Snowball runs away. Napoleon is now the leader. The animals are shocked. They miss Snowball. But they are afraid of the dogs. They obey Napoleon. Napoleon changes the farm. He says the windmill was his idea. He orders the animals to build it. The work is hard. Boxer works the hardest. He believes in Napoleon. The animals face problems. They run out of supplies. The windmill keeps breaking. Napoleon blames Snowball. He says Snowball sneaks onto the farm. He says Snowball causes trouble. The animals believe him. They work harder to fix things. Napoleon starts to act like a human. He sleeps in a bed. The commandments said no animals should do this. The pigs change the commandment. They say it's okay for pigs to sleep in beds. The other animals are confused. They think something is wrong. But they can't read well. They trust the pigs. Life on the farm gets harder. The animals work long hours. They get less food. The pigs live better. They move into the farmhouse. They eat better food. They wear clothes sometimes. The other animals are tired. They start to question things. A pig named Squealer explains everything. Squealer is Napoleon's helper. He is good at talking. He tells the animals they are better off. He says Napoleon is a great leader. He says the pigs need special treatment. This helps them lead the farm. The animals want to believe him. They love Animal Farm. They don't want to go back to Mr. Jones. So they keep working. Napoleon makes new rules. He says meetings are not needed. He will make all decisions. The animals lose their voice. They can't share their ideas. Napoleon trades with human farmers. This surprises the animals. They thought humans were the enemy. But Napoleon says it's necessary. He needs supplies for the windmill. The animals work even harder. The windmill is finally built. They are proud. But then it falls down in a storm. Napoleon blames Snowball again. He says Snowball destroyed it. The animals are angry. They want to catch Snowball. They start rebuilding the windmill. It's even harder this time. Some animals start to rebel. They don't like Napoleon's rules. Napoleon's dogs attack them. Some animals are killed. The others are scared. Napoleon holds a meeting. He says some animals are traitors. The dogs attack those animals. They confess to helping Snowball. They are killed. The animals are horrified. The commandment said no animal should kill another. But the pigs change it. They add words to the commandment. It now says no animal shall kill another without reason. The animals are confused again. They think the commandment always said that. They don't argue. They are too afraid. The farm changes more. The pigs act more like humans. They walk on two legs. The commandment said no animal should do this. The pigs change it. They say two legs are better. The animals are shocked. They see the pigs wearing clothes. The pigs carry whips. They act like Mr. Jones. The other animals feel betrayed. They work harder than ever. They get less food. Boxer keeps working. He believes in Animal Farm. He thinks hard work will fix everything. One day, Boxer gets hurt. He can't work anymore. The animals think he will rest. But Napoleon sells him to a glue factory. The animals are heartbroken. Squealer lies about it. He says Boxer died in a hospital. The animals want to believe him. The years pass. The farm grows richer. But only the pigs benefit. The other animals are poor. They are hungry. They are tired. The windmill is rebuilt. It makes money for the pigs. The other animals get nothing. The 7 commandments are gone. The pigs replace them with one rule. It says, all animals are equal, but some are more equal than others. The animals don't understand. They feel cheated. The pigs invite human farmers to the farm. They have a big party. The animals watch from outside. They see the pigs and humans together. They laugh and talk. The animals can't tell them apart. The pigs have become like humans. The dream of Animal Farm is gone. The story ends with the animals feeling hopeless. They worked hard for freedom. They wanted equality. But the pigs took everything. Napoleon is no different from Mr. Jones. The animals realize this. They see the truth. But they can't fight back. They are too weak. They are too scared. The farm is called Manor Farm again. The pigs are the new masters. The animals' dream is dead. They go back to their hard lives. They have no hope left. This story is about power. It shows how leaders can trick others. It shows how dreams can be broken. Orwell uses animals to tell the story. But it's really about humans. It's about how people with power can change. They start with good ideas. They want to help everyone. But then they want more power. They forget their promises. They hurt others to stay in charge. The animals represent people. The pigs represent leaders. The farm represents society. Orwell wrote this to warn people. He wanted to show how revolutions can fail. He wanted to show how equality can disappear. The novel has many lessons. One lesson is about trust. The animals trust the pigs. They think the pigs are smart. They think the pigs care about them. But the pigs lie. They use their power to control. Another lesson is about truth. The pigs change the commandments. They change history. They make the animals doubt themselves. This shows how leaders can twist the truth. It shows how they can control minds. Another lesson is about hard work. Boxer works the hardest. He believes in the cause. But he is betrayed. This shows how loyalty can be used. It shows how workers can be hurt by leaders. The story also shows fear. The dogs scare the animals. They stop them from speaking. They stop them from fighting. This shows how fear controls people. It shows how leaders use fear to stay in power. The story also talks about education. The pigs can read and write. The other animals cannot. This gives the pigs power. They use words to trick others. This shows why learning is important. It shows how knowledge can be used for good or bad. Orwell's story is simple but deep. It uses animals to make things clear. It makes the ideas easy to understand. But the ideas are big. They are about life. They are about society. They are about power. The animals start with hope. They want a better life. They work together. They believe in fairness. But the pigs take over. They change everything. They make things worse. This shows how revolutions can go wrong. It shows how good ideas can be twisted. The characters are important. Napoleon is a symbol of bad leaders. He is selfish. He is cruel. He wants power. He lies to get it. Snowball is different. He has good ideas. He wants to help. But he is pushed out. This shows how good leaders can lose. Boxer is the heart of the story. He is strong. He is kind. He believes in the dream. But he is used. His death is sad. It shows how workers can be betrayed. Squealer is the voice of lies. He twists words. He makes bad things sound good. He shows how propaganda works. Clover is caring. She sees the problems. But she can't fix them. She shows how people feel helpless. The farm itself is a character. It changes with the story. At first, it is full of hope. It is a place of dreams. Then it becomes a place of fear. It becomes a place of lies. By the end, it is no different from before. This shows how societies can change. It shows how dreams can fade. The windmill is a symbol. It represents progress. It represents hope. But it never works right. It shows how promises can fail. Orwell wrote this book in 1945. He was thinking about history. He saw revolutions in the world. He saw leaders who promised freedom. But they became tyrants. He wanted to warn people. He wanted to show how power works. He used animals to make it clear. The story is short. But it says a lot. It makes you think. It makes you question leaders. It makes you question promises. It makes you think about fairness. The story is still important today. People still fight for equality. They still dream of better lives. But leaders still lie. They still use power to control. The story reminds us to watch out. It reminds us to ask questions. It reminds us to learn. It reminds us to speak up. It shows what happens when we don't. The animals lose their dream. They lose their freedom. We don't want that to happen. We want to keep hope alive. This summary is long because the story is rich. It has many details. It has many lessons. Every event matters. Every character matters. The story builds slowly. It shows how things change step by step. It shows how power grows. It shows how hope fades. By telling it in detail, we see the whole picture. We see how the animals start with joy. We see how they end in sadness. We see how the pigs trick them. We see how the dream dies. The story is about more than animals. It's about us. It's about how we live. It's about how we trust. It's about how we fight. It's about how we lose. Orwell wanted us to learn. He wanted us to think. He wanted us to be careful. Animal Farm is a warning. It's a lesson. It's a story that stays with you. It makes you look at the world differently. It makes you want to do better. Please like and share the video. Subscribe the channel for more informative videos.